Okay, so what we're going to do now is something called an email mail merge. Now, you're familiar with regular mail merge where we take a list of names and we're able to generate personalized letters or envelopes or labels off that list of names. Well, it's not going to be much different here. Here, we're going to be generating a list of, or we're going to have let's say a list of names, and we're going to generate separate emails off of each one of them, and we're going to be able to personalize each one of those email messages with the person's name and other kinds of information. So when they receive it, they're going to see just their name, feeling like they're the only ones that got this email. All right. If you've tried to do this, if you try to have done this in the past, where you put a bunch of people in the blank carbon, the problem with that is that when the person gets it at the other end, they're not going to see their name in the email, so they're going to assume that they're one of many who got this particular email. And if your intent is to make it personalized, make it look like they're the only one that got this email, this is the way to go. All right. Now, the way this works is that we need to have the list of names. Now, normally you can either put it into an Excel spreadsheet or worksheet and be able to work off of that, or more easily, just have the names in your contact database in Microsoft Outlook. And that's what we're going to focus on, is Microsoft Outlook. You use that. So anyway, so how does this work? Well, first of all, what you do is you go into Microsoft Word. There we are. And you're going to go and tell it that you want to develop an email mail merge, basically. All right. So we're going to go into mailings. We're going to go into Start Mail Merge, and then we're going to go down here to where it says Step-by-Step Mail Merge Wizard. So you'll see a little panel pop up on the side there, and what we're going to do is tell it that we want to do email messages. All right. We hit Next at the bottom. We tell it that we want to use this document as the one that we're going to be. So basically, this that you see here is going to be the body of the email in Outlook, all right, when you send this out. So we're going to use the current document. That's fine. We go Next, all right, and now it wants to know where is your list of names, the names with their name and their names and their email addresses and so forth. So in this case, what we're going to do is we're going to say that we're going to use a Outlook contacts. Now, if you were using, let's say, Microsoft Excel as far as a worksheet with the names in it, then you would leave it on here and you would browse to that file. Now, in this case, we're going to go with Outlook, just like that. And then we have to tell it which Outlook folder, as far as the contacts go, that we're going to use. So we click onto that, and we just hit OK on the profile here. And then eventually, it comes up with this, and these are all the different ones that we have, the different contact databases that we have there. The one that I've set up just for this is called the email mail merge. All right, so we're going to use that one. All right, but normally it's probably going to be your contacts. All right, so we click onto that, we hit OK, and then you end up seeing all of the names in there. That's pretty good. So that looks good. If at this point there are individuals in there that you don't want to get this particular merge, you can actually take the check marks off their names at this point. All right, we're going to leave them all on there. We're going to hit OK then. And then we're going to go and hit Next. There we go. Now this is where we're going to actually put the message that we're going to be sending everybody. So this whole white area here, this is kind of like, think of this as like the body of your email, right? Where you normally type your message at. So I'm going to put at the top my logo. So I'll go ahead and insert, go to picture. I'll find my logo here on the desktop. There it is. Double click that. A little big. I'll resize it there. All right, so that's the first part. That's at the top, and then what I want to put in there is maybe the today's date or something like that, or maybe not even put a date in. They know what the date is. So we'll just put in there dear. Usually don't put dear in there, but I'm just going to put that in there anyway. I'm going to put dear, and then I'll put the person's the field that represents the person's first name, let's say, right? So what I'll do at this point is go back to mailings here, and I've got something here called insert merge field. So I click onto there, and there is the first name, right? So I'll click onto that, and then I'll put a comma in there. I can also, if I wanted to, maybe put at the very top here, put in there maybe their company name. All right, so I'll go here and I'll click on insert merge. I'll hit company. I'll put that in there. Okay, so then right below it will be dear, or maybe we'll forget about the dear. Get rid of that, and we'll just put the first name in there. All right, and then we go ahead and we type in the body of the message. So I'll put down here at the bottom. So that was pretty quick how I typed that, huh? I didn't think you want to sit around watching me type. And then I'm going to type in at the bottom, thank you. And then I'll put below it, then I'll put all right, something like that. Now, what I can also do in here is select all that and change the font. And I kind of like my font called the Papyrus. Let me just go down and find it here. Okay, something like that there. I can make it just a tad bigger. There we go. Something like that. So there it is. And so this is what they're going to see. So now watch this. If I go now, go back to my mailings here. All right. So when I go and look at the first recipient, oh, so I got to go to the next one here. Sorry about that. Okay. So that's good there. Now I'm going to go and hit next up here or down here. All right, and there it is. So there's the first person. There's their company. There's their name. And I can actually use this little arrow here to go through. So that's what they're going to see in the body of their message. So it's going to look like it's just to them, and that's it. It's a great thing there. Okay, so now once we've done that, we go and hit next. And then we tell it we want to send it by electronic mail. Click on it there. And the subject line is, I'm just going to put in here test. But the point of the matter is that it could be anything. Here, just for you. All right, we got that. And this is the field for the email address, which is fine. That's going to be that way. So that's it. So then once we've done that, we hit OK. And then you'll see the thing kind of flashing there. Kind of funny. Okay, so now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to open up my Microsoft Outlook now. Now I go to Outlook, what's going to end up happening is you're going to see in the outbox, when I click on there, those are all the emails. And now you'll start seeing them getting sent off on their way. See down here. And that is pretty cool. So those are all getting sent out. These are all the emails here. So they're slowly but surely getting removed from the list here. And these are all fake email addresses, so they're not going to go anywhere. So I'm getting messages. You probably hear the music, basically saying, "Hey, we weren't able to deliver these." But if I look at my inbox, you can kind of see they're all undeliverable. Right? But if they were real email addresses, they'd be I wouldn't be getting that message. Now, if I go to my sent items. All right, and I'll just open up this one right here, this first one that I sent out, right? Let me bring that in there. So there it is, and that's exactly what they're getting. That's all they're going to see. They're going to see who it's from. They're going to see Melinda, or they'll see their name, whatever it is, and that's one person, right? And then I'll just use my arrow here at the top, and I can look at the second person, third one, fourth one, and so forth. But it's all up there. So what a great little tool there. So this is a super thing when you're trying to do like a mass mailing and you don't feel like, and you want to make it just seem more personal than just sending it out and you know, making them feel like they're one of many, right? All right, so that's about it. So hopefully this comes in handy for you. I hope you can use this. I appreciate you watching the video. Take care.